Good morning. Today we will be talking about the letters of the alphabets. Okay, class, if you will, the chart here is an alphabet chart. If you will notice, each alphabet is in an uppercase as well as a lowercase format. We will be talking about the formats of the alphabets as well as the sounds that each alphabet makes, and you will understand the importance of knowing the sounds, because in order to learn how to read, you have to know the sounds that each alphabet makes. But first, I want to see if any of you can recognize any of these alphabets on the chart. And as a class, as I guide you, point to each alphabet, I want you to tell me if you can recognize, so I can have a general idea of which alphabet you actually know. All right. So, class, what is this alphabet? Okay, E. Do you know the sound that this alphabet makes? Do you know a word that starts with this alphabet? Okay, elephant. Okay, what about this alphabet? Does anyone know what this alphabet is? N, correct. And the sound? The sound it makes is N. Do you know a word that it starts with? A word that starts with this alphabet would be Nola, Nancy, New. Okay, what about this alphabet? This alphabet is B. Does anyone know the sound that it makes? Okay, the sound that it makes is ba. Do you know a word that starts with this alphabet? Okay, a word would be boy. And what about this alphabet? K. K. Do you know the sound that it makes? Okay, K. And a word that starts with K would be kite. Okay, so to start the lesson off, I'm going to allow you to watch a video, and it's called the Alphabet Song. It's a musical dancing type of video, and I think you will thoroughly enjoy it. And let's take a few minutes to watch that. And next, I'm going to go over the chart. And as I go over the chart, I'm going to sound out each sound that it makes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right. So next I'm going to use flashcards. I'm going to hold up one at each one, and I'm going to ask you as a class if you can recognize the alphabet, sound it out, and give me a word, if you can, that starts with each alphabet. Okay, first alphabet. Does anyone know what this alphabet is? A. Okay, and the sound that it makes, ah, and a word that it starts with, apple, apple. Okay. Can anyone recognize this alphabet? B. Can you sound it out? Buh. And what about a word? Bat. Very good. And here's a picture of bed. And this alphabet. Can you recognize this alphabet? C. C, and the sound that it makes. K. And a word. Cat. Very good. Cat. Can anyone recognize this alphabet? D, and the sound. Duh. And a word. Dog. And here's a picture of a duck. And here's another card. Can anyone recognize this? This is the alphabet P. Do you know the sound that it makes? Puh. And a word. Paints, or piano would be a word. And this alphabet, can you recognize this alphabet? This alphabet is E. E, and the sound, eh. And what about a word? A word would be egg or elephant. And here's a picture of an egg. Can anyone recognize this alphabet? Elf, and the sound that it makes, F. And a word would be fox. Can you recognize this alphabet? This alphabet is G. And a word that, and the sound that it makes, G. And a word would be goat. And here's a picture of a goat. And what about this alphabet? H. What sound does H make? Huh. And a word would be hat. And here's a picture of a hat. And this alphabet, I. Can you sound it out? Eh. And a word would be iguana. And here's the picture of an iguana. And what about this alphabet? This alphabet is J. And the sound that J makes is J. And a word would be jam or jelly. And here's a picture of jam. And what about this alphabet? This alphabet is K. The sound that K makes is K. And a word that it starts with is kite. And here's a picture of a key. And this alphabet is L. The sound that L makes is L. And a word that starts with L would be lamp. Let's see what the picture is. The picture is a ladybug. And this alphabet is M. The sound that M makes is M. And a word that starts with M would be monkey. And here's a picture of a monkey. And this alphabet is N. The sound that N makes is N. And a word that starts with N is nest. And number 9. And this alphabet is O. The sound that O makes is And a word that starts with O is octopus. And here's a picture of an octopus. And this alphabet is Q. The sound that Q makes is qua. And a word that starts with Q is queen. And here's a picture of queen. This alphabet is R. The sound that R makes is R. A word that starts with R would be ring. And here's a picture of ring. This alphabet is X. The sound that X makes is X. A word would be X-ray. X-ray. Then this alphabet is Y. The sound that Y makes is ya. A word that starts with Y would be yellow or yo-yo. Here's a picture of a yo-yo. And this alphabet is W. The sound that W makes is W. A word that starts with W is watermelon and wagon. And here's a picture of a wagon. And this alphabet is V. The sound that V makes is V. And a word that starts with V is vase. Here's a picture of a vase. And then there's the alphabet Z, Z, zebra. U, umbrella. T, top or tiger. And S, socks. Okay, so that's all of the alphabets. All right, so now I'm going to let you do a independent practice. I'm going to give you a worksheet. The worksheet consists of match the uppercase letter to its lowercase format, as well as match each alphabet with the picture that begins with that alphabet. So all you have to do is draw a line from the uppercase alphabet to the lowercase for this particular activity. And for this activity, you're just going to draw a line from the alphabet to the picture that the alphabet starts with. And you're going to work on that in groups of 2. And as you finish, I want you to hand your paper to your partner so he can or she can check it. All right. And then next, we're going to do a group activity. I'm going to divide the class into groups of 5 groups with 4 students. Group 1 will have alphabets A through E. Group 2 will have alphabets F through J. Group 3 will have alphabets K through R, and Group 4 will have alphabets S through Z. So you're going to be grouped in groups of 4 with 5 students. And the activity is a collage, an alphabet collage, and I'm going to give you some books, scissors, and glue. You're going to cut pictures out that starts with the alphabet that you have for your group, and you're going to paste them onto butcher paper. And this is just an example of what I expect the activity to look like. So if you have alphabets A through E, you'll find a picture that has an A. Like this particular picture is my A book, and it's a picture of an apple, and then here's a picture of a B for bus, C for car, E for elephant, what is that? D for dog, and E for elephant. And we'll allow you a few minutes to work on that, and then we're going to do a test, because I want to test you. It's a written test as well as a verbal test, and the test is basically what we just did for our independent practice. It's matching. It's matching uppercase, lowercase, and it's matching picture to alphabet, picture to alphabet to picture. And the verbal assessment will take place once after you've finished your written assignment. I want you to raise your hand, and I will call you to my desk, and I will give you a verbal assessment, and I will ask you to recognize, if you can recognize the alphabets on the ABC chart, just so I can see how many of the alphabets that you can recognize. And I will have you to sound them out as well, and if you can, give me a word that starts with the alphabet. Alright, and now what I want to do is I want to go back over the chart with you. I want to sound out the alphabets, and as I say the alphabet sounded out, I will say a word that the alphabet starts with. A, apple. B, boy. C, cat. D, dog. E, elephant. F, fish. G, goat. H, hat. I, iguana. J, jam. K, kite. L, lamp. M, mitten. N, notebook. O, octopus. P, pet. Q, queen. R, ring. S, sun. T, top. U, umbrella. V, vase. W, white. X, x-ray. Y, yellow. Z, zebra. And that will be the conclusion of this lesson.